The internet is a place where you can find all the information that you can think of, but that does not mean all the information on the internet is good. I'm going to be looking at some of the best and some of the worst dating information on the internet, and hopefully you guys aren't doing any of these bad habits, and I can teach you some of these good habits that I'm about to see. Now, if you are into self-improvement, you want to make yourself better in any way, gym, dating, anything, you have found the channel right here. I guarantee it. Go ahead, click subscribe, like the video. Without any of that in the way, we're going to get straight into it. Without further ado, let's go. We're going to see what this guy has to say.
Most people who genuinely deeply want to find love, they don't really want to date. They want to find love. I didn't want to. When I was being more intentional in my love life, it's not like dating was the most appealing thing in the world to me. I'm an introvert. I don't want to leave the house most of the time.
So this is already honestly not great advice. The thing I'm going to break down about this is that it's not about what you want to do. Dating is the same thing as making money or going to the gym. I'm pretty sure most of you guys who go to the gym, you didn't want to go every day when you started, especially when you didn't have any progress. You didn't want to go to the gym. And I understand that it's the same here, but to even point that out is useless because it's not about what you want to do. It's about what you have to do. You have to have the discipline to actually get better any skill. It's just like any other skill that you could possibly have. So I really don't see what he's getting at so far. Let's see what he has to say, but so far I'm not liking this information.
So the idea that I have to go and talk to a person in order to end up in a relationship with them feels like an annoying step. But finding love is something I truly believe pretty much all of us want. We, on the deep human level, we want to find love. And when you talk about dating, people are dating, I don't want to date. But when you talk about finding love, it's hard for people to say that's not something that...
This is saying a lot of stuff without saying anything at all. Obviously, everybody wants the result, but nobody wants to put in the work. That's human psychology. If everybody wanted to put in the work, then everybody would have it. Everybody would be rich. Everybody would be in good shape. It's about what you do. It's about your discipline. It's not about what you want. It's almost never about what you want, especially when you're trying to achieve a goal, especially as a man. So I think that he just basically said everybody wants to find love, but nobody wants to do the work. Well, obviously, that's not really advice even. That's not going to give you any value. The value I would say is to find something that you want to do, whether it's dating or anything, any goal you have. Find a result that you want and go get it. Go get it, because once you get through one, it's like breaking through a wall. You will start to want to break all of your goals. You'll have momentum. It's so much better. That's my advice here. That's what you can actually do and apply to your life. Saying that you don't want to do it, but you want the result obvious. This is bad advice. There's really no redeeming point to watching this video. I just wasted 45 seconds of my life and your guys' life, so sorry about that. Let's go to the next.
I put on a little bit of lipstick for him.
I'm in.
I'm taking Togi on a date.
So this is Togi. I'm sure you guys have seen him before in Sarah Safari. He took her on a date, and that's the hook for the video. It's a pretty good hook. Good social media content, but I'm going to give him a chance. I'm going to give him a chance here to see his game.
And it's going to be great. We're going ice skating. I'm excited. He came
Not a
out
bad
in a full-on
idea, by the way.
robe with astrology.
Always ripped out. Note the rapper chains. And also note another thing, internet. Check this out. Put on Sarah really quick. Sarah Safari, most gorgeous girl on the internet. Never wears makeup ever. She's wearing makeup today.
I put on.
So that means
so
I put on a little bit of lipstick for him.
I'm in.
All right, I don't know if I would necessarily do that, unless you're famous, but probably not. I wouldn't make that gesture. Different styles, though. Different styles.
Wait,
Chills,
boss,
man.
most gorgeous girl on the internet.
Never wears makeup, and look at us.
Oh wow, thank
I'm
you.
flattered.
We're already planning our second date. I put on a little.
So I like how he's playful. I think it's entertaining. She's definitely entertained by it. I wouldn't say that you can be exactly what he's doing. He's playing a character, obviously, for social media. But to be honest, playfulness is what you have to do. As long as you're eliciting some sort of emotion, that's the goal 100% of the time. It's pretty entertaining. She seems like she's entertained. He's confident. It's not like he's worried about what he's saying. That's one of the biggest pieces of advice I could give you is don't worry about what you're saying or thinking. Be completely outer directed. Just be present in the moment, enjoy it, learn, listen, and you'll be way more successful than trying to think of just the right thing or the right gesture to make. So I like how the free playing of that and how he was doing that. Not bad at all. So that's better than the first video, believe it or not.
These are 4 dating tips every man must know. Let's go. 1. Women will say one thing, but their actions will say something else. Women operate backwards, right? They like what they don't like, and they don't like what they like. A female will tell you, oh, I want to see you every day. I want to be up under your skin. But the moment you give her all your time and attention, she's losing the tracks for you, bro. And then 3 months down the line, oh, I need a break. I can't do this. But you're doing everything she wanted, right? Come on, bro. They don't like fucking nice guys. They all say, oh, I want...
This is true to an extent, but I think he's exaggerating it for the point of the video. It's not like they say one thing and they literally mean the opposite. It's not like they say good when they're bad and bad when they're good. That can happen, but it's not so black and white like that. It's more of a gray area. And the way I would dive deeper into that and explain that a little bit more is that basically the emotions that people feel, it's hard for them to express, but it's a certain thing with women, in my opinion, that they can express their emotions very well, much better than most guys can, in my opinion. And the way they do that is different. It just transcends the way that we do it. So they're genuinely portraying their emotions, and they're not trying to hide them necessarily. They're just doing it in a different way that most people don't understand. It's not the girl's fault for being confusing. It's the guy's fault for not understanding it.
Good morning, Texas. I want flowers sent to me. They don't like this shit. They like the aesthetic of it, bro. So they can screenshot it and post it on Twitter or Instagram to impress their fucking friends. Bro, any girl I deal with or with, I don't do none of this shit, bro. And I always ask them, why me out of all the guys in your phone? Oh, I don't know. You're different. I don't compliment them.
I would never ask that. Why would you even ask that, in my opinion? I think that's kind of like, why even talk about that? Why even worry about that? When you're in somebody else's presence, I think you should fully enjoy that and learn. I think he's probably just thinking too deep and getting too much into it when it comes to the logical part of it. When you're with somebody, don't worry about any of that. Don't worry about what you're doing. Just sit there, enjoy the moment, be happy. That would be my advice. That might not be the best advice when it comes to success, but if you really want to enjoy it once you're doing it, just be present in the moment. Don't think about what this guy's telling you to think about.
I don't see them every day. I don't text them all day. But apparently this works to get girls, you know what I'm saying? But I'm the dude smashing behind the scenes while you doing all this shit and she leaving you on red and delivered. 2, a female cannot love you, bro. She love how you make her feel in the moment. Y'all men really believe in love. There's 2 types of men in life. Men that believe in love and men that understand females.
Again, it's not so black and white. I see what he's saying 95% of the time, probably, where you think that is the case. It's probably not. That's just life. That's the way the world works. It's a very rare thing. And there's a lot of false cases of that aren't necessarily the full feeling. But it's not, you can never say never. I think that's a ridiculous statement. You can never say never in that at all. It does exist and some people do feel it, but I will agree with him that it is much more rare and it's not as common, but it definitely exists 100%. That's just a bad belief. It's a bad belief to subscribe to if you're going to say that it doesn't exist and it can't happen to you, in my opinion. Let's move on to the next one.
First, I'll say when you go out alone, there is nothing like the amount of lessons you're going to learn when you go out alone to talk to women. So here's the tip. So
I see what he's saying. This is something you can learn a lot by doing. Personally, I don't do it because it's suboptimal. It's good and you can learn a lot doing this, but that doesn't mean it's the best. And let me explain how I would fix this scenario instead of doing what he's doing. Is if you don't have anybody to go with, find somebody to go with. That's a problem within yourself. There are plenty of people in your local area, I'm sure, that are in similar situations that are also looking for more people to do exactly what you're doing. And the fact that you don't have that already is a lack on your part. It's something that you need to work on. You need people like that around you, especially if you want real success. It's just so much easier if you have a team of competent people around you to push each other and to go out with. I think you can go out alone here and there. Maybe if your friends are busy and you really want to, sure. And then this would be good advice. Whatever, right away, just go approach and stuff. Don't think about it too much. But it's a suboptimal strategy to go out alone. There are plenty of people around you. Plenty of people. Go on Instagram. Go on Snapchat. Just add people. Do what you need to do. Go to your school. Talk to people. Start conversations. Be more social. You'll find people who are like-minded. That's the way the world works. It's called the law of attraction. You attract the things that you think about. So if you think about exactly what you want, you will attract it. That is real. That is a real thing. And I think just being alone and saying, oh yeah, I just need to be better at being alone is a suboptimal strategy, in my opinion. But let's see what he has to say.
Shrek, here's the number one tip for going out by yourself. If you're going to not remember anything I say for this answer, just remember this. When you go it alone, you got to approach immediately. That is the number one tip. The longer you wait to knock out your first approach, the harder the rest of the approaches are going to be.
I guess you'll get in your own head, especially if you're by yourself, but I don't think that this is an optimal strategy at all. I think the first and foremost thing that you should do is find somebody to go with you. It's not optimal to be by yourself, in my opinion. Now, like I said, I'm not set in stone, never do it, but if you have the opportunity to go with literally anybody, do it with them. It's easier to learn. You're going to be more confident too, and it's a more comfortable situation, to be completely honest with you. Now, you don't always need to be comfortable, but you want to reduce the friction as much as possible. You want to be consistent, and consistency beats all. So that is how we are going to round out this video. Pretty interesting advice. Not all of it was terrible, but not much of it was good. Most of the stuff on the internet is not. If you want good advice with real results, comment down below, subscribe, like it, and continue to watch these videos. The more videos you guys like and watch, the more videos I know to make. So if you want more advice just like this, let me know. Subscribe. Thank you for watching the video, and now it's time for you guys to get out of here.